It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikes and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
Brandon Wilson now from his end.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikes and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down throw for Cousins. And incomplete to open things up.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. but what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. That's to Cook out of the backfield. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing, Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They've reestablished.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Brandon Wilson to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Burrow on 3rd down.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Wilson now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. Get in the huddle.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Play action now. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
24 yards for Joe Mixon.
And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 39.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
Cousins on 1st down. Here's a diving catch right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll throw again. Cousins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Give to Cook out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Okay, here we go.
So we reach an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Dancing to his left. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the gun, here's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Cook.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chip in.
Joseph's got it.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Now they go play action now. Burrow.
Open man is Uzama. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow flushed out right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzama. 36 yards.
And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now in Cincinnati. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. Coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Cousins will try and throw.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The return man, Wilson. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they shook.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow
Rolling to his left.
Higgins, what a catch.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now Burrow.
Out to his left. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw, Burrow.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Drew Sample
from 3 yards out.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Cousins here to throw. Steps away. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 28-21, 34 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on first down. Throwing, Burrow. Complete to Boyd. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Here's Burrow.
That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Vikings and the Cowboys coming up next.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
the offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this one is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And able to get this out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and goal. Prescott being chased out left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Prescott now from the 50. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Prescott now.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They go play action. Cousins, flush to his right. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
Back now in Arlington. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Brent Urban there to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. There he goes.